What is up, guys? Murderman4 here, back with another Redstone Weekly episode. And today I don't have very much, just a couple of things. There is this, which is a bit leading on from last week's wave. That's where I sort of got the main idea. Also, I guess you could say a friend of mine on multiplayer servers of Minecraft, Leslie Drake, he had asked me to try to create an elevator, for this week's Redstone Weekly. I attempted that, but my attempts failed, so I wasn't able to get one ready for this week. But that's also where I got the idea for this. It's using a similar premise to the piston wave that I had made last week. So basically what happens, you step on the pressure plates, these stairs and slabs will close and open behind you. See, they close right before you walk into them, and they will open behind you. That one was a little late because I was walking backwards. So try walking backwards here. I'm probably gonna fail. Yeah, because you're not going as fast. So yeah, but basically, as you'll see, it just does that. Pretty simple. If you miss here, you fall into the void, and then there's lava there, that just because it looks cool. But let's try this in F5. You'll see it all goes pulls back in right after I step off. So yeah, same premise as I said earlier as the piston wave that I did last week. This is exactly the same on both sides. So this redstone line comes up here, activates this piston. A couple of ticks later, so this is 2 ticks later instead of 1, it will activate this piston, another 2 ticks, this piston, another 2 ticks, this piston, another 2 ticks later, this piston, and so on and so forth, all the way down to here. So, very simple. If you step on the pressure plates, you'll be able to see the redstone line going. So, yeah, quite simple. The other thing I have is actually in my one of the other things I have anyway is actually in my 1.5 test world. So I'm going to head into that. Alright, so here it is. It's not so much redstone, and it's doing this glitch again. Okay. It's a really weird glitch where the minecart is off of the tracks, but it acts like it is on the tracks at the same time. So, it's a really weird glitch. Maybe we can fix it here. Break it. And get it going again. So, it's not really too much to do with redstone, but it's a pretty cool device, because I guess the hoppers count as a redstone item. So, yeah, it's mainly used with hoppers. So, all these furnaces here are smelting items and stuff, smelting stuff. As soon as the item finishes smelting, it'll go into the hopper. If it's in any hopper, all the hoppers are pointed in this direction towards the chest. So so if an iron ingot, because it's smelting iron right now, goes into this hopper, it'll transfer to this hopper, and all the way down to this chest. And this chest, as you'll see, the iron is going in there momentarily. The iron will and butter will drop down into this hopper. It'll be pulled down there. This minecart will come. I accidentally hit it back. It'll stop for a couple of moments before going back up, giving it enough time to collect some of this. So, yeah. And then once it comes over here, these hoppers will pull it down into this chest. So, yeah. And then, so I'm also using the redstone blocks for power. So basically what happens is there are a couple of repeaters on 4-tick delays. And as soon as this minecart comes, it will activate this detector rail, which will in turn activate this redstone line, which 8 ticks later will activate this rail, sending the minecart back up. Another thing I would like to show you is just a rapid fire arrow gun that I'm sure many of you will have seen by now, because, well, now dispensers react to 1-tick pulses. So, also, as I'm sure you will know by now, a lot of my systems for turning on and off use one of these, which is very simple. Just by a flick of a lever, it will deactivate the piston, which will then send the redstone signal activating the device. So, flip the lever, the redstone will be able to activate the dispenser, and it will rapidly shoot the arrows at the target. So this, I'm sure, as I already said, many people have probably already done this, but it's just really cool. It's a targeting range, and before I set my spawn point here, and change my game mode to survival, death, and death, and death. So, turn the machine off. So, yeah, just drop a whole bunch of these arrows back in there. It's pretty cool, but yeah, I'm not claiming that is my invention because it is most certainly not. A couple of other things that I think I had in my 1.5 overview. This isn't really much to do with redstone, but I might as well show it. It gives you armor, fully equips you with it. So, if we walk in, I get armor because the dispenser, it will actually dispense armor onto you. Like, all 4 of the dispensers will dispense each of the armor onto you when you step on the pressure plate, because the pressure plate activates all of these dispensers and this dispenser underneath. So, that's very simple. I'm sure you can all build that. Now this here, just a second I turn it off because I want to show you the turning off effect last. Okay, so there are 2 dispensers here. One holds a flint and steel, another holds a bucket of water. So when you press this button, the dispenser here will use a flint and steel to ignite this portal. So that's a very simple automatic turn on system. By the press of a button, the portal will turn off because water, when it runs into another portal, turns off the portal. So you press the button, the dispenser dispenses the water and then sucks it back up a couple of ticks later. So basically how this works is when you press this button, this is very simple redstone. It will activate this redstone line, activating the dispenser with a flint and steel inside. So, very simple. I'm sure all of you can do that. Then this is a bit more complex. Basically what happens is when you press this button, a redstone signal will come along this line. After 8 ticks, it will come along this line and activate this dispenser, as well as start going down this line and going down here again. After about 11 ticks, it will come back and repeat itself. And just before it can repeat itself once again, this redstone line finishes up, activates this piston, and it will stop the redstone signal from continuing. So, you can see that here. As you see, it goes around twice, and then before it can repeat again, the piston is pushed out. So, yeah. I think that's actually about it for this episode of Redstone Weekly. If you have any suggestions for what I should do for next week, please put them in the comments below. Hopefully I will be able to figure it out, like the elevator. Hopefully I'll be able to figure something like that out for next week. And, yeah, so that's it for this episode of Redstone Weekly. Hope you guys enjoyed and possibly learned something from this redstone. And, or from these redstone devices. So, Mergman4, over and out. And I will see you guys in the next video.